'Twas the night after winter, and through the west wood there rode a dark horseman who was up to no good.
Visions of Beltane danced in Rand's head, but that stranger who spied him filled Rand with dread.
Returning from town, where Tam dropped off their load, there was no sign of the rider Rand saw from the road.
Rand's father was cautious. Tam checked out the farm while he fed the chickens and looked in the barn.
The sheep were a-bleating, those chickens they scratched, while Rand cut the firewood, chop, and then stack.
The darning was hung across Tam's chair with a care, in the vain hope that Carrie soon would be there.
Tam lit lots of candles as he put on the stew, and then locked the door. An odd thing to do.
Disappearing upstairs, Tam dragged out his old chest, while Rand set the table, looking forward to rest.
Coming back down, Tam wore a shining old blade, marked with a heron for the price that he paid.
"A sword?" Rand gasped. "When did you get that?" "A long time ago," Tam replied. And for Tam, that was that.
With Rand still in shirt sleeves, his daw drew up a bath. He'd read old Jane Farstrider, or maybe a nap.
The kettle was hung on the fire for tea, but near shadows meant trouble, with a capital T.
When at the front door there arose such a clatter, Rand sprang to his feet to see what was the matter.
He rushed to the door, kettle hot, but he froze. The door splintered and shattered as darkness arose.
Now what to his startled gray eyes did appear but a big goat-faced monster inspiring fear.
With a muzzle so dripping, blade ready to pierce, he knew in an instant it was a Trolloc so fierce.
More rapid than lightning, Rand flung the teapot, and it seared as it splashed the water so hot.
Tam shouted and hollered to deceive the dark band. The sword flashed, and he fought, yelling, "Run for it, Rand!"
And ran the boy did, clean out into night, while Tam leapt through a window and continued to fight.
Away from the sheep, away to the road, Rand hid in bushes till his father Tam showed.
"Trollocs are stupid," his daw panted and said. Rand hugged his dear father, but then came away red.
"You're injured?" he said, as Tam started to sweat. And Rand knew in a moment to town he must get.
He raced into the cabin while wielding Tam's sword, when a voice stopped him cold as if from the Dark Lord.
"Narg smart, narg wait. You drop sword and no run." A Trolloc that talked. Now that was no fun.
Rand panicked and brought up his sword in a flash. The beast roared as it charged, but then fell in a crash.
How lucky, how favored. Rand dashed out the door. He crafted a litter, and his father he bore.
Through forest and fever, Tam clinging to life, gave Rand visions and fables, then shook his whole life.
"A baby, I found him. Yes, Carrie, my love. Name him Rand and adopt him." It slapped like a glove.
"He isn't my father?" Rand questioned and ran, then finally made it past Moraine and Lan.
Into the village he burst with a plea. "Please, wisdom, please save him. He's dying, Nynaeve."
She was dressing the bandages, covered in soot. "This healing's beyond me," she just said with a look.
So, panicked and worried, Rand struck up a deal with the blue-eyed Sedai, who started to heal.
"You cannot stay here," she absently said. "The Dark One, he wants you, and wants you all dead."
So, bidding farewell to his father in bed, Rand left home forever and sighed with deep dread.
"The Trollocs are burning, a fade leading the way. They want me, Mat, and Perrin. It's time to away."
Rand sprang to his horse, the others to follow, and fled Emond's field, now fast as a swallow.
The three boys so eager and a-gleamin', how merry. Egwene, Moraine, and Lan all raced toward Terran Ferry.
They followed the river. Below Drug Car they raced. The half-man behind them as Trollocs kept pace.
Pursued by the shadow, the wheel weaved as it willed. Out from the two rivers, the wind blew and it chilled.
I heard them exclaim as they rode out of sight, "Best Beltane ever, except winter night."
N.N.